Welcome back to another installation of Nightmares and News. I'm your host, Bumps in the Night, and here's the news. R.L. Stine confirms next Fear Street movie from Netflix is based on his book, The Prom Queen. 3 years after the ambitious trilogy directed by Lee Janiak, Netflix is headed back to R.L. Stine's Fear Street with a brand new movie based on R.L. Stine's teen horror tales. Stine has taken to Twitter recently to confirm recent reports for the next Fear Street movie will be based on his book Fear Street, The Prom Queen, published in 1992. Stine tweets, "I can finally announce that a new Fear Street movie is about to go into production for Netflix. It's based on my Fear Street book, The Prom Queen. Good news!" The news was first reported by the website What's on Netflix earlier this week. The site noted that their exclusive report, Fear Street Prom Queen, is a standalone feature that likely won't feature characters from the Fear Street trilogy released in Netflix 2021. Here's the official synopsis from the Prom Queen book from Stine. A spring night, soft moonlight, 5 beautiful prom queen candidates dancing couples at the Shady Side High Prom. These should be the ingredients for romance, but stir in one brutal murder, then another, and the recipe quickly turns to horror. Lizzie McVeigh realizes that someone is murdering the 5 prom queen candidates one by one, and that she may be next on the list. Can she stop the murderer before the dance is over? For good? Are you excited for this new installment in the series? We know we are. It's back to Hawkins for news from the Upside Down. With Stranger Things 5 news, don't expect to see Eduardo Franco's Argyle in the final season. Filming is officially underway on Stranger Things 5, which is set to be the final season of the hit Netflix series. A behind-the-scenes photo shared earlier by Netflix this week previewed all the familiar faces who will be back for Season 5, including David Harbour, Millie Bobby Brown, Winona Ryder, Maya Hawke, but there's one actor you didn't see in there. One of the new characters introduced in Stranger Things 4 was Eduardo Franco's Argyle, the stoner employee of Surfer Boy Pizza who ended up playing a pivotal role in the season's California set events. Like most characters on the show, audiences ended up falling in love with Argyle, but don't expect to see the character return in Stranger Things Season 5. Franco reveals that he never got a phone call, and to quote, "So yeah, I think that's it." The Season 4 finale set the stage for a final season that will bring the action back entirely to Hawkins, with the rift between Hawkins and the Upside Down now completely opened up by the monster behind it all, Vecna. When can you expect to see Season 5 premiere? Likely 2025. We for one are personally disappointed in the series writing out Argyle, however it won't stop us from watching the end of the series. We'll bring you more news on the story as it develops. Dread XP teases an Xbox and PlayStation release of the Mortuary Assistant later this year. Already available on Steam and the Nintendo Switch, Dread XP took to X yesterday to announce that they're teaming up with Cerulean Games to port Darkstone's digital, the Mortuary Assistant, to the PlayStation and Xbox later this year. A more formal announcement is expected later this year. We're also hoping for more info on the upcoming film adaptation of The Mortuary Assistant, which was announced last year. The film will also be directed by Jeremiah Kipp, with Patrick Ewald producing, Abby Smith co-producing, as well as a couple names from Darkstone's digital team also helping produce it. Released back in 2022, The Mortuary Assistant centers on Rebecca Owens, a recent mortuarian studies grad who was on her first night at Riverfields Mortuary. As the dead awaken and malevolent spirits bind themselves to her, Rebecca has to learn how to combat the demons, including the figurative demons of her past, and survive the night. Are you looking forward to playing it on a console if you haven't done so already? We know we are. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Photo promo from Empire Magazine reunites Peter, Ray, Winston, and Janine. The original Ghostbusters are back in Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and the brand new issue of Empire Magazine reveals an awesome new shot of the crew reunited once more. Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, Winston Zedmore, and Janine Merlintz are all back in the brand new Ghostbusters movie, and one of the 2 collectible covers from Empire, which glow in the dark by the way, features all 4 iconic legacy characters suited up and doing what they do best, busting ghosts. A particular note, Janine takes center stage in the official promo shot, suggesting that Annie Potts will be playing a much more active role in the Frozen Empire than she did in Afterlife. The other cover features the new characters that were introduced in Ghostbusters Afterlife, and it also teases a new ghost and some brand new busting technology from Ghostbusters Frozen Empire will release in theaters on March 22nd of 2024. Are you looking forward to this film's release? We know we are. The Exorcist Deceiver, removed from release calendar as David Gordon Green exits the sequel. Director David Gordon Green's The Exorcist Believer was supposed to be the first in a film-planned trilogy from Blumhouse and Universal, part of a $400 million deal to bring the franchise back to life on the big screen. In fact, The Exorcist Deceiver had already been dated for a release of April 18th, 2025, but it sounds like Universal is pumping the brakes. According to reports, Gordon Green is exiting The Exorcist Deceiver as director because he's busy working on his feature film Nutcrackers and a TV series, The Righteous Gemstones. The problem here is that Believer got the reboot trilogy off to a shaky start, the film flopping with critics and failing to make a huge splash at the box office. Gordon Green's Halloween for Universal and Blumhouse back in 2018 kicked off that trilogy on a much stronger note. the film making a ton of money in theaters and winning over fans and critics alike. THR reports recently that David Gordon Green will no longer be directing The Exorcist Deceiver, and that Universal and Blumhouse are actively seeking a new director. Where does this franchise go from here? Will the original trilogy plans come crashing down now that Gordon Green has moved on from the director's chair? Stay tuned for more information. 2 G Fuel's coming for you. The official Nightmare on Elm Street energy drink formula by G Fuel is now available. Originally put up for pre-order late last year, the official A Nightmare on Elm Street energy drink formula from G Fuel is now available for purchase from gfuel.com, and the company is celebrated with a killer promo video for the product that pays tribute to the franchise. G Fuel honors the blood-splattered legacy of horror icon Freddy Krueger with its new commercial for G Fuel Dream Demon, a tart fruit punch flavor now available for purchase as a 40-serving tub and a limited edition collector's box, which also includes a 24-ounce G Fuel X Nightmare on Elm Street stainless steel shaker cup. The new spot depicts several key scenes and moments from the franchise, including the infamous bed geyser from the original film, the protective Rex from Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and a nod to one of Freddy's most iconic lines from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. As a lifelong fan of Nightmare films, I wanted to ensure that the fans of the franchise had plenty of Easter eggs to find throughout the commercial, as the director states. And the great thing about G Fuel is that it helps boost your energy and focus. So if you're drinking Dream Demon as you watch, you might just find even more hidden details. And of course, you'll be keeping yourself alert and far away from Freddy's claws. You can grab the Dream Demon 40-serving tub or limited collector's box now. That's all the news I have for you today, my lovely fiends. Stay spooky, keep those claws sharp, and consume more souls of the living. I'm your host, Bumps in the Night, and remember, horror is a beautiful thing. Oh, and before we forget, we'd like to wish a special happy birthday to our ex-member of the podcast, Josh, also known as An Otaku's Life for Me. Happy birthday, Josh. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.